Hey guys, it's the Montana Bros. We're doing a special version today, actually. Happy New Year, and we're doing a special. It's a college football. How
This is
about
a
that?
big day for college football on New Year's Day. We got some great games
We
today. But
do.
before we get to the top two games, let's talk. Can we talk about Liberty and Oregon? First of all, who's
Who's
Liberty?
Liberty? Yes, who is Liberty?
Yeah,
And they're number 23. So if you're a Liberty fan, I give you props. I've never heard of Liberty.
I haven't either. I have no idea who Liberty is, but
Yeah, and they're playing Oregon in that game. And who do
good
you
for
think?
them.
Who do you think's gonna win that game? I think it's pretty
well,
obvious.
I think Oregon's going to win, but I mean, Liberty's in the Fiesta Bowl. Good for them.
The Fiesta Bowl, and
That's awesome.
Personally, obviously we know who's going to win that game.
I don't even know who they're.
Bowl season is full of upsets, so that's what I like about bowl season. Bowl season
It has
is filled
been.
with upsets. Speaking of that, number 9 Missouri beats number 7 Ohio State.
Yeah.
Wow, what about that?
I was
That's
surprised at that one.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Mizzou to beat Ohio State.
Yeah, I feel like Ohio State is kind of a bowl choker. I feel like they are kind of chokers.
I don't know. I'm sure all the Michigan fans were excited about that. And now all the Buckeyes are going to be rooting against the Wolverines today.
So speaking of that, though, let's go to the Orange Bowl. How about that? Georgia just absolutely railing Florida State 63-3.
All right. So can we put to bed the whole notion that Florida State should have been in the top 4?
Oh yeah.
No, and I know they lost a few guys before the game, but come on, you can't get beat by 60 points and then cry that you didn't get into the top 4.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I think we got the best top 4. I think they did a good job of coming up with the top 4 that we've got today, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so going into the big games here. Okay. We got Alabama, Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Quarterback for Alabama, starting quarterback in that game will be Jalen Milroe versus J.J. McCarthy. I honestly, it's the number 1 versus number 4 seed. But it is Bama, so who knows what can happen with Bama and Michigan.
I think, is Michigan favored in this game?
I think they're favored by a couple.
I saw a lot of people taking Alabama in this game over Michigan.
I want Michigan just because Michigan's the 1 seed. I love Michigan seeing at the 1 seed instead of Georgia, and I love Jim Harbaugh. I'm gonna take Bama in that game though.
You're gonna take Bama?
I'm gonna take Bama. I'm gonna be rooting for Michigan.
Me too. I'm rooting for Michigan.
Right here. I got the bracelet on right here.
Very nice.
Go Michigan.
All that stuff. Remember all the flack that Harbaugh was taking, and remember he couldn't coach in those last few games. And yeah. So I'm rooting for Michigan, but I do think Alabama's gonna win that game.
Yeah, but here's my question: is what happened to Michigan? So that was their assistant coach, right? Coaching, and he still coached them to an 11-0 record and beat Ohio State. That is really good. I'd like props to him.
Yeah, but I mean, Harbaugh was there all week. He just wasn't there for the game.
Yeah, he just didn't coach for the game.
Pretty much set by the time the game rolls around.
I think this is the biggest game though. Texas versus Washington. Go Washington! I'm rooting for Washington. I'm rooting for Washington in the playoffs.
Really?
I am. They're just the underdogs that are randomly in the 2 seed.
Yeah.
At the start of the college football season, I was not expecting to see Washington at the 2 seed. Were you?
No, I wasn't. But I've always been a Texas fan, and I've also always been Choate, man. He's still one of the coaches for Texas. Coach Choate, former Bobcat head coach. He's going to be going to the University of Nevada as soon as this game's, as soon as Texas is out. But I'm rooting for him and for Texas.
Yeah, no. So. See, he's on there, but Boomer Sooner. Let's go Sooners.
All right, so we're both taking Alabama.
I'm taking Washington.
And you're taking Washington. I'm taking Texas.
Yeah, and starting quarterbacks for that game is going to be Quinn Ewers and Michael Penix Jr., who was actually in the vote for Heisman Award.
Was that right?
Yes.
But I thought they already voted for the Heisman.
Yeah, but he was.
He was in it. Okay, I gotcha.
And here's the big one of the day. At our predictions, who do you like? With our predictions, who do you think is going to be going in that CFP national championship?
Well, I think it's going to be Alabama and Texas.
Alabama and Texas.
Yeah.
Now, who do you think's going to win that game?
If it came down to those two, you know what? Well, Texas already beat Alabama once, and they beat them in Alabama. So I'd feel pretty confident going with Texas in that.
Though, don't forget though, it is in a neutral zone, so no one's home.
It'll be that's a Sugar Bowl. So that's in New Orleans, right?
No, the Sugar Bowl.
Where's the Sugar Bowl?
So it's the bowl games. Is the Rose Bowl is Alabama, Michigan, and the playoff semifinal is the All-State Sugar Bowl. But
where do they play?
I don't know.
It didn't say where they're playing the national championship game.
Yeah. I think they always play it though in the same place.
No, they usually move it around. So I don't know. We'll find out. Obviously, but
my prediction for that it's going to be Washington, Bama, but I'm going to take the 2 seed Washington. I just again, like I said, I was not expecting to see Washington, which is weird that I am picking them because again, I was not expecting them to be in number 2, but they are. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Washington in that game.
We're going to see what happens. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Hey, before we get out of here, I got to show them what I've been wearing. Look.
You've been wearing PJs.
I got my Santa PJs still on. How about that? Even though it's New Year's Day.
Yeah.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody, from the Montana Bros.
Please.